Today we're going to discuss parent accounts. A parent account may also be called a studio account. This is the account that you will control which students or which child accounts have the access that you are paying for as your studio. There are a few different items that you can do inside this parent account. Let's take a look at some of the information shown on this screen. This tells you total child accounts, which is the number of slots that you have available to use for your studio. Over here you will see the active accounts. This is how many of those accounts you are currently using. Right now I do not have any active accounts. You see nothing down here right now. So this is 0 and I still have 12 slots total. One of the primary things that you can do on a parent account is to add students to allow them to take advantage of the access that you have paid for. If they do not already have a Piano Marvel account, if the child is new to Piano Marvel, you will use this button to create a new account for them. Let's do this to show how it works. You click on the new account button and you will enter the child's name. We'll do child 1 here. And we will establish a username for them. Some studios prefer to do first name, last name as their username, so we will go ahead and enter that. Child 1 was first name, last name run together as their username. Then you will create a password. This will be a password that the child will use to log into their account. Many studios prefer to have one password that the entire studio uses, or a pattern of passwords that the studio uses. Maybe the child's first name and their date of birth. Say if they're born on the 15th of the month, it would be child 15. You can make that up however you prefer. You may also wish to give each child a different password to make sure that nobody else can access their account without their permission. This line right here is the contact email. It is optional, but it is very useful to have an email address listed for each child. That way, if the child sends in an error report or has a question and emails us, we can respond to that child directly. If you do not list a contact email address in this area, when the child sends in an error report, we will respond to your email address as the teacher. This is where you would enter the email address, username, or referral code of the teacher. A referral code would be for a teacher who does have an affiliate agreement with us and therefore does have a referral code. If you do not have a referral code, you can go ahead and use your email address or your username if you do not have your email address listed as your username. I'm going to skip this step right here and to illustrate how you can assign teacher to a batch of students all at the same time. So we're going to skip that right now. So I'm going to hit save to go ahead and create this new account. You will see now that the child 1 appears here. This is an active child account now, and they can have access to the account level that you have paid for. The second button up here is to add an existing account. If one of your students already has a Piano Marvel account, maybe they came from another teacher who was using Piano Marvel, they used it at home, or you had them create a free account to use the free month before they were added into your studio account, then you would use this button. This button, you would only need to have the username or email address and the password of the student. I have entered the username and password for this child test account that I had created previously. It was already an existing account. They will not have a username because they already had an account with an email address that was being utilized. So here I can now teach you how to batch assign teachers. You would click on these students. And when we do that, we will see a couple different options. You can click to edit the teacher, which is what we're going to do right now. You can enter your email address, username, or the referral code that I mentioned before here. Now you will see that we have a teacher assigned here. You may also, when you have these clicked, remove the teacher from them, unlink them from your account, say both of these children moved away and will no longer be taking lessons from you. You could unlink them from you, or you could choose to deactivate them so they are not using your paid for accounts. For instance, during the summer, if you're not going to be teaching these children and you do not want them to have the full Piano Marvel access because they haven't paid you, if you have the parents pay for it, you could deactivate them. Yes, I do want to deactivate them. When that happens, they move over here to this deactivated accounts. You will see here there are a couple that were deactivated. If, say, the summer ended and you wanted to reactivate the student, you would click on them to highlight them, and you could click to activate. Do you want to activate them? Yes. Another item that you can do in an account, if you click on it and you go over here to the edit, you can also change the password for this account. So you'd click on this and you can assign a new password to them. So you would go ahead and click save and you have updated the password for the child. This is extremely handy if you have a child that may have forgotten their password so they can't log in at home. Here's one way that you can be able to reset it for them. If you have multiple students, you can go ahead and filter to pull up the student that you want to make a change to. When you type something in the filter, it will only show the students that match the criteria. If you need to add another student to the number of total child accounts that you currently have, then you can contact Piano Marvel to be able to add another slot. You can contact them by phone from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Mountain Time at 866-680-1290, or you can email them at contactus@pianomarvel.com.